Hello, my name is Marina, and today I will be speaking to you about how video game violence is bad for children. When we hear the word violence, we think about things like fighting, killing, hurting, death, wars. We think about many bad things. We don't want our children involved in any kind of violence because this will not have good consequences. What are violent video games, though? Violent video games are video games that include shooting of another human being. Violence is a behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something. Parents should not let their children under the ages of 13 play violent video games that involve killing people, like Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto, because it causes children to become numb to violence, imitate the violence, and show more aggressive behavior. If you don't know what Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto are, these are games that I have personally played, and they are killing other people, stealing other things, and there's guns that you can pick up. There's like in Battle Royale, there's like 100 players that go in, and you have to kill everyone to win. So it's like giving them the idea of killing is a good thing, but we all know that it's not. Children become numb to violence. And in 2016, the American Academy of Pediatrics warned that violent media set a poor example for kids. Video games, the Academy noted, should not use human or other living targets or award points for killing, because this teaches children to associate pleasure with their ability to cause pain and suffering to others. It appears that individuals who play violent video games habituate or get used to all the violence and eventually become psychologically numb to it, wrote Nicholas Carnegie and his colleagues from Iowa University. Social psychologist Brad Bushman at the Ohio State University once showed students violent pictures. He showed them a man shoving a gun down another man's throat, and he also showed them another man holding a knife to a woman's throat. What we found is for people who were exposed to a lot of violent video games, their brains did not respond to the violent images. Their brains, Bushman said, they were numb, if you will. So the children are being numb to these images that they see because they're used to already killing other people, and they see that killing other people is okay. So in their brains, they're getting the idea that, okay, yeah, pain is fine, Children imitate the violence. In Munich, Germany, a 18-year-old man who killed 9 people in July 2016 was a fan of first-person shooter video games, according to reports. This detail led many to worry that violent video games may be negatively affecting their own children. Another thing is the gunman who killed 22 people and injured 24 others at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas on August 3rd made a fleeting reference to video games, indicating that he was familiar with video violence, and many politicians were quick to blame video games for this and other massive shootings. The view endorsed by organizations such as the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatric is that exposure to violent media, including video games, can contribute to real-life violent behavior and harm children in other ways. High levels of violent video game exposure have been linked to delinquency, fighting at school and during free play periods, and violent criminal behavior, like self-reported assault or robbery. Also, children become more aggressive when playing violent video games. Both the American Psychological Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics take a firm stance against children and teens playing violent video games. The American Psychological Association observed in an August 2015 policy statement that research demonstrated a link between violent video game use and both increase in aggressive behavior and decrease in prosocial behavior, empathy, and moral engagement. One study tracked more than 3,000 kids for 3 years and found that playing violent video games increased their impulsiveness. Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto both involve shooting people to gain points, as I mentioned, and win the game. Children will sometimes try to imitate the game, which is making them more aggressive to others and more dangerous to the world. That being said, us parents should not let our young children play violent video games because it affects their health and social life. Thank you.